Today, we're going to be looking at something kind of different, but we're going to be looking at the idea of pretending
Okay.
as a way to shape reality.
Interesting.
So not just, kids playing pretend,
Right.
but like actually using pretending as a technique to grow and like reach your goals.
I like it.
So what do you think about this? Have you ever run into this idea of pretending in your work?
Well, yeah, on the surface, it seems a little bit counterintuitive. Like, how could pretending actually lead to real change?
Right.
But I have come across this idea that it can be really effective.
Okay.
You just have to consciously choose to act as if you already have what you want,
Okay.
even if it's not there yet, not a tangible reality.
So it's kind of like instead of waiting for things to happen to us, we're taking control and saying, this is who I am. Universe, like catch up.
Exactly. And what's really cool is if you actually break down the word pretend, it's like pre, meaning before.
Right.
And then ten goes back to this Latin word tender, which means to grasp or to claim.
Interesting.
So you could think about pretending as like preparing yourself to actually claim that reality that you want.
So it's not just sitting around and wishing for something.
No, you're taking action.
We're getting we're aligning ourselves with it before it's happened.
Yeah.
But I do have a question about this, because it sounds a little bit like, how do we make sure that it doesn't turn into delusion?
Yeah.
Like, where's the line between pretending and then just like being out of touch with reality?
That's a great point. We don't want to use it as a way to like escape reality or anything.
Yeah.
It's about growth.
Okay.
So think about it like an athlete visualizing their winning performance. They're not like pretending the challenges aren't there.
Right.
They're just using that mental rehearsal to get their confidence up and get focused.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So in practice, like, how does this pretending thing actually work? Because I can imagine some of our listeners thinking, all right, I'll pretend to be a millionaire, but that's not going to like magically, put money in my bank account.
No.
So how does it actually work?
Yeah, it's not about magic. Yeah. It's more about getting your energy, your actions, all in line with the goals that you have.
Okay.
So let's say you want to be a confident public speaker. Pretending in that case might look like practicing that speech.
Yeah.
Visualizing giving this amazing presentation, or even just carrying yourself with confidence day to day.
Okay.
You're basically acting as if.
Okay.
And as you do that, you actually start to change your mindset, and then you start to attract those opportunities.
So it's like we're sending a signal to the universe.
Yes.
Of like, hey, this is who I am.
Yeah.
This is what I'm ready for. Catch up.
Yes. And this ties into the idea of frequency too.
Okay.
Because think of it like this. Your thoughts, your feelings, they have this energy, like a frequency.
Yeah.
When you're pretending, you're basically shifting that frequency to match the reality that you want.
But here's something I'm curious about. We're often told to grow up and stop pretending.
Right.
It's almost like society tells us it's just for kids or it's frivolous. What do you think about that?
Yeah, we're definitely discouraged from using our imaginations as adults.
Right.
But I think by tapping back into that power of pretending, we can challenge those limiting beliefs, open up some new possibilities.
So for our listener who's like, okay, I want to try this pretending thing.
Yeah.
Where do they even start?
Well, I think the first step is figuring out what you actually want.
Okay.
Like, what are you going for?
Yeah.
And then start taking small steps towards that.
Okay.
So if you want to be a writer, write a little bit every day, even 15 minutes. If you want to be more confident, practice speaking up at meetings or with people.
So it's like you're embodying that identity even in small ways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Remember, pretending isn't about just sitting there and wishing. It's about stepping into that role.
Right, like actually taking action.
Yes.
Okay, so to recap everything we talked about today, we've been looking at this idea of pretending, not like child's play, but as like a powerful way to grow and change.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, what if you could pretend to be anything or have anything right now? What would it be? And then what's one little thing you could do today to get yourself a little closer?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I think that's something for all of us to really think about.
Yeah.
Maybe the power to change our lives is closer than we think. That's all the time we have for this deep dive.
Okay.
But until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, keep pretending.